Sykes is off to another flyer. That's the voice of surprise.
Left herself on 94 after just 9 darts. He kicked off the week
94.
with a 170 checkout in his first leg of the week against this man here, Martin Biggs.
Yeah,
And he's going to kick off another 12 darter to start today. When he got a chance yesterday, he by and large took it. 47% he was on the doubles for Tuesday, Martin Biggs. And that slip into the treble 50 means it's the madhouse he needs. But he gets it nonetheless, thanks to that kind ricochet. And we're back level at 1-1. Occasion. Not that there was a necessity to take it out there. He is going to come back for tops to round off a 4-1 victory in this contest.
This has been so routine from Tom.
137.
He's missed 4 darts at a double and he's still averaging 96.
40.
So tops of the match. Tops of the win, and it was rather routine in the end for Tom Sykes. Average of 96, 4 from 8 on the doubles. For most other players, it would be waxing lyrical about how good it was. But we know how good he is, and he makes the extraordinary look ordinary.
95.
Now Davies with a chance to take the lead.
124.
This is a number he might have to hit. Did hit the bull yesterday, but he doesn't need it this time. It's double 11. Great shot from Davies.
David Davies.
Started yesterday fantastically against Sykes.
Second leg is
beating him by 4 legs to 0.
Game on. David, you require 140.
Jimmy Van Schie may have a big problem here. Particularly if he can find his second ton plus out of the game. Double top for 3-0. Oh, this is remarkable. Second ton plus checkout, third 15 dart leg, and 3 hits and 3 on the doubles.
4th leg is Jimmy to
and
the
the big Dutchman has got big problems here.
He's got to play Charlie Large next. And Charlie this week is a slightly unknown quantity.
He's dropped the dart a la Gezi Price.
A la Nico Springer as well.
And just like the Iceman, he recovers and finds the treble. Bullseye, do you, Jimmy? Of course he does. And then he gives it some. Jimmy Van Schie with a big fish. And the game suddenly is back on throw.
6th leg, it's Jimmy to throw first. Game on.
Well, the countdown clock is going quicker than it was before. Third 170 of the week.
And he's going to get a match start at the bull.
47.
And that was to complete the ultimate turnaround.
You require 124.
The 1-2-4 bookend. Got one earlier. Isn't going to get another. The chance is missed. And now Davies is faced with a possibility of losing from 3-0 up.
Jimmy, you require 25.
Well, for Jimmy, it started out with a fish. How did it end up like this? Double 8 to complete the ultimate turnaround. What a comeback from Jimmy Van Schie. And how crucial could that be? He shakes his head, but he knows how important that was. He dug himself out of the trenches to pick up those couple of points.
Do you think he was bemused by the fact that he went 14 double 8? It's not a new concept.
140.
I think sometimes the way Brian O'Man does things, because of the sheer pace and the speed of it, can sometimes just catch you off guard. But there's nothing catching Charlie off guard here. Back-to-back 180s. And the man who wasn't even meant to be here today is suddenly on a 9.
45. Charlie require 141.
That would have sent shockwaves around Portsmouth had he hit that.
57.
Reciprocated by his opponent, Brian O'Man. This has been a good contest.
140.
We asked the question, what kind of nick would Charlie Large be in, coming in as a late replacement? Well, he is playing at a very high level. That's an 11 darter, and we are back on terms.
49.
He had to go back to the 20s there. He didn't really have a choice.
8.
24. Charlie require
And then double 60. This is ludicrous now. This is absolutely ludicrous.
100.
That was so
Brian, you
different.
require 32.
But never argue with a winner.
Game shot and the match.
And the double
Brian
8 is
Roman.
found, and Brian Roman seals a 4-3 win against Charlie Large. Well, there was some unconventional stuff there, but you can see with the mop on the brow that Brian Roman knows that he has got away with one there. Charlie Large coming in as a last-minute replacement, played well, averaged just under 95. Doubling was good, but Brian Roman was able to hold his nerve, hold his throw in the last leg. Coming up after the break, Martin Biggs takes on David Davies.
And a lot of them have been at double 10. Shots on, and he's got a marker. But in order to use the marker, you've got to get the treble 20 in that spot.
49.
And
David,
Davies has got
require
something
20.
to settle with double 10.
Game shot and the match.
But eventually he
David
finds it, and eventually he finds that first win of the day. Hard work for David Davies, and he is straight off the stage. Jimmy Van Schie has started a trend, that is for sure.
Charlie requires
Charlie Large
72.
here is looking to end this game. 72 points away from his first win, which would put him up to 6th. It's double top.
Game shot
Charlie
and
Large
the
beats
match.
Tom Sykes,
Charlie
and that
Large.
means Jimmy Van Schie has an opportunity to move himself 6 points clear with just 6 points to play for in a couple of moments' time. Large 4, Sykes 3, quality contest. Tom Sykes has a better average.
With 4 out of 10 on doubles. And denied Brian many shots at a double. Brian only got the 1.
108. He
Was that rehearsed?
Had to be. They were both pointing to the... Apparently, both players have got a tattoo on their wrist, which both say 180.
Yeah.
So they were
21.
pointing to that tattoo as Jimmy hit his first max. Double 8. And
Yeah,
after the
shot
fun
on the first
comes
leg,
the
Jimmy Van
brilliance.
Schie.
And that's a 14 darter for Jimmy Van Schie to kick the match off.
So where's the 14 tattoo then?
second leg. It's Brian to throw first. Game on.
Honestly, that moment was like the Brady Bunch all over again.
100.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Brady. Hi, I'm Brian Brady, and this is the MODUS Super Series.
The only issue had in the previous leg was
140. Jimmy
he
required
wasn't
32.
afforded an opportunity to have a go at a double. He's got 3 in hand
Yeah,
here. He
shot
only
the
needs a
third
2.
leg. Jimmy Van
Schie's
Schie.
2-1, averaging 106.65.
Fourth flag.
You
It's
do
Brian to
realise
throw
what's going to
first.
happen if
Game
Jimmy
on.
wins this group, don't you? The local tattoo shops are going to get a phone call saying, "Can I have a 180 on my wrist, please?"
He
Regardless, anyway, because Jimmy's nowhere near a finish, even a maximum leads him outside of range. Tattoo time? Oh no,
60.
2 of them fall out.
Brian, you require
Ouch.
164.
Very clever.
128.
As soon as he gets another dart just under the 60 shot, he decides to switch.
108.
This time it works.
Brian, you require 36.
He is having fun, and why would you blame him?
Game shot on the
Because
fourth
this
leg.
game
Brian
has
Roman.
been exceptional. Both Roman's legs have been 1 in 13 darts. Van Schie with legs
Fifth
of
leg, it's Jimmy
40.
to the 158.
And he is going to have a look at this 77 to wrap it up and to move 6
64.
points
Jimmy
clear
requires
of Tom
77.
Sykes at the top of the group.
This is to stay comfortable. Tops to win.
Game shot.
And
the
win he
match.
will.
Jimmy Van
Jimmy
Schie.
Van Schie is 6 points clear at the top of the group after winning a Super Series Classic against Brian Roman. 6 180s, both players averaging in excess of a ton. There was quality from start to the very last. And for that man there, Jimmy Van Schie, Saturday night is oh so almost there.
I've got
57.
a mild obsession with dry roasted peanuts. Most people know that about me.
tuna sandwich.
140.
Or from your favourite bakery.
Yes.
The sandwich is about the size of a whale.
Yes.
No whalers in the tuna, by the way.
57.
Yeah, Henry's sandwich is so big sometimes it needs its own hammock.
100.
Feels you up for the day, though.
Double 16. One remains.
32.
That's 5 darts for the match
Charlie,
missed,
you
and now
require 52.
Charlie Lodge can swoop.
For Martin Biggs, this will be the defeat that hurts because this is the one where he's had the chance to win.
36.
But he's going to get more match darts.
Martin,
Charlie
you
Large has missed 2
require
himself. Can he now eventually crawl over the line? One left. Oh
8.
no, that's 8 match darts.
Charlie, you require
Charlie Large has got 3 in
16.
hand now himself.
I think Charlie can understand the position that Martin is in. He's the executioner. But
No
he's
score.
missed 5 for the match.
Martin, you require 8.
Well, Martin Biggs probably did not expect another chance. He was probably expecting to shake his opponent's hand. But he's found
shot
double
and the
4,
match,
and
Martin
Martin Biggs has got his first win on the Super Series stage. He's got the better of Charlie Large in a last leg decider to claim his first 2 points here. Look at the beaming smile on his face.
30.
Not to be, and so the
Brian
man will
requires
return for this
75.
75 to get the break.
Really? Oh, really?
Game
Really?
shot on the first leg. Brian Roman.
Different, but good.
He's in one of them moods. And even a cheeky wink towards the camera.
Second leg. It's Brian to
That's
throw
one of those
first.
winks that you
Game on.
get from a player who knows exactly what he's doing.
108.
Davies has to deflect. He's on double 1 now.
8. Brian, you require
Well, Brian Man's got an
72.
opportunity to finish it off. And good luck to the spotter finding out the route that he's going to go for 72.
11-11 bull.
It's double top.
52.
That caught the flight.
David, you require
It shot
2.
low, caught the flight. And I tell you what, nearly busted. David Davis looking at the madhouse. 1 more left.
No
It don't
score.
go. They're all on the wire, but
Brian,
Roman
you
can
require
finally put a seal on
20.
it here. It's been a crazy game. A strange game.
Game
But
shot
eventually
and the
he
match.
gets over the
Brian
line with a
Roman.
4-1 victory. Brian Roman beats David Davis, and it is the Riddler that's in control now of the race for Group B position. Roman not overly pleased with the performance in that game, but he will take the couple of points nonetheless. That
64.
Collymore closing
You
in.
require 116.
legendary line from a legendary commentator. Well, Jimmy Vetsky's made somewhat of a legend in this building, and he's looking for a ton top of the kickstart the match.
Game
Finds
shot
the
on first
116
leg. Jimmy Van
to get
Schie.
an early break. Needed 1 to win this match, and he's got it right from the get-go.
Second leg. It's Jimmy to throw first. Game on.
He's going to leave himself hand. He's going to leave
96.
himself
Jimmy, you require
on a 2 darter. But
113.
Jimmy Van Schie here to win the group.
If he's going to get a
57.
12th win in a row
Tommy
this week,
require 94.
he needs Tom to miss this.
It's double top
Game
for
shot
Tom
and the
Sykes
match.
to
Tom
keep
Sykes.
his slender hopes alive. Jimmy Van Schie probably will go on to win the group, but Tom Sykes is making him work harder for it. A nice embrace between the pair come the end of that one. Not the best contest we've seen from this pair this week, but it's one which went all the way, and it's one which went in the direction eventually of Tom Sykes. Jimmy Van Schie, well, he played some decent stuff, but Tom Sykes was able to hold his nerve when it mattered most. Coming up after the break, Charlie Large takes on David Davies.
64.
How many times today have we seen people
116.
hit tops to leave another double?
Tops for 2-2.
Game shot on the full flag. Charlie
Absolutely brilliant from Charlie Large. His first sub plus checkout of the day to level the match up at 2 apiece. This
Fifth
lad
flag,
has
it's
got
Charlie
grit.
to throw first. Game on.
However, on this occasion, the 170 again is not going to be found.
82.
And Wednesday's unexpected spoiler, Charlie Large, is back to spoil.
Game shot on
And
the
takes the
match.
tops
Charlie
and
Large.
takes the points. Well, he's already done damage to Tom Sykes's path to Group A glory, and he may have just put paid to David Davies' hopes of making it into Group B tomorrow night.
60.
Because if you do, you can lose 2 games in a matter of 15 minutes.
Double top.
Game
Jimmy
shot on
Van
the first
Schie
leg.
has
Jimmy
won Group
Van
A.
Schie.
He only needed 1 leg, and he's got the job done. JVS is going to be into Saturday night, and
Second
his
leg, it's
contingent
Martin
of
to throw first.
supporters will
Game
now
on.
be flocking for tickets.
He's happy. He knows he's there.
In a game in which he's won the group,
170.
he finishes it off with the big fish, and he will fancy this. He'll fancy it now. Bullseye to wrap it up in style. To
Game
wrap it
shot
up with a
and the
big
match.
fish. He's
Jimmy
reeled
Van
it in.
Schie.
And that's some way to secure the win that secures the group. And that is the 4th 170 finish we've seen this week for Jimmy Van Schie. It's his 2nd of the day. He's done exactly what Tom Sykes did on Monday. And he is, with a hot skipper jump, through to Saturday night's final. 95 point.
And you require 112.
Somebody like Brian O'Man would have upset that particular
Game
apple
shot
cart.
on
He's
the
found the
third leg.
112
Brian
in double quick time to lead 2-1.
You might have just stumbled upon a really
Full flag,
good
it's Tom to the
line
first. Game
for
on.
Tom's career. If someone was going to build him a promo video, you've never seen the
60.
likes of Sykes. But how
Brian,
could
you
he get
require
it?
96.
You've let me down, Brian. Okay. That's
Game
different.
shot at full flag. Brian Roman.
Like it. How does Eric Claris like that one? Because that was the
Fifth leg,
epitome
it's
of
Brian
different.
to throw first.
To be, and so Sykes is
Somebody
looking to
require
climb the ladder.
120.
How does he hit this? Oh,
Just
Game
like
shot
that.
and the match.
Into the
Tom
top
Sykes.
corner and back in the winner's enclosure. A smile on the pair's face. For Brian O'Man, he hasn't sealed Group B just yet. He'll be hopeful of doing that against Martin Biggs a little bit later on. And he'll be hoping that Tom Sykes does him a favour against David Davies in game 14. That's the tail of the tape. Another good performance there.
oh, how can you miss the single? That was so inviting, that bullseye as well. That would have been a littler finish.
75.
I think the
Charlie
problem was he was that
requires
aware that the
65.
bullseye was open that he just diverted his attention from the single number. And you don't miss the single number. Is he going to be punished? No, he's not.
55.
And so Jimmy Van
You
Schie
require
will come back
36.
for his favourite double
Game
to
shot
round
and
off
the
his
match.
Group A
Jimmy Van
campaign
Schie.
with yet another win. 13 wins from 15 for Jimmy Van Schie. He's not been lucky, he's been excellent throughout the course of this Group A campaign. He's had a couple of big fish finishes today, he's had a couple of brilliant moments. Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series. Jimmy Van Schie is with us following a successful Group A campaign. Jimmy, you must be thrilled with the way that you've played at times.
I'm over the moon. I think I've had a really good session about 3 days, and yeah, I'm very happy to be number 1 now. Yeah.
What's been the most pleasing aspect of your performances over the last few days?
I think the consistency. I think I played very consistent during the week, and yeah, especially against Tom, I played some really good games, and against David. So yeah, very happy with my performances.
In terms of the consistent numbers that you put in, has it been the best consistently that you've played here over the course of a whole group?
I don't know. You can tell me, I think. But I think I played very good, so I'm happy with the way I played. Yeah.
And in terms of Saturday night, in terms of the time that you've got left, how are you going to spend the next couple of days?
Well, I've got a few fans out here, and the fans become friends. So I think I'm going to have some dinner with them. I've spoken to Steve as well. He moved here. So I'm going to grab some dinner with him as well. And just watch the other games that are coming up.
Just relax and chill, pretty much.
Yep.
And in terms of the Super Series, look, as I say, this is a place that's got a great affinity for you, former runner-up in this particular competition. Have you got to the point now where, for you, this is becoming qualifying weeks as opposed to regular weeks because of your CV and because of your winning record here?
Sorry, again?
Do you feel like when you play here, when you play the normal weeks, do you feel like these are now becoming qualifying weeks for championships as opposed to another week?
Well, I think every week that I come here, I try to just win it. I don't see it like it's easy or something, but I just know what I can do here, and I've already won it a few times, so I know I can do it. So I'm very comfortable playing here, and if I win the week, I win the week. So yeah.
How much fun has that Group A been? And also, what about the whole tattoo thing?
Yeah, me and Brian had a funny thing going on yesterday, and we just walked past it. So I made a joke. So shall we get a tattoo? And then Damien Moe actually got one last time we were here, and I wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to do one as well, but I didn't do it. And now I did. So yeah, the 180 was so fun. But I know for sure the viewers there didn't know what we were saying. But yeah, I hope there's a photo on social media.
Yes,
yeah. Well, now they know what's up. So yeah, it was fun.
Portsmouth will ever have a mark with Jimmy Van Schie, I'm sure it's vice versa. Jimmy, congratulations. We shall see you Saturday.
Thank you very much.
You could tell that his route is treading in one path, and that is to be a full-time dart player and probably a player on the professional PDC circuit. And moments like this illustrate as to why he is one of the most seriously talented players we can pick from. The 116 picked apart, and Tom Sykes opens up a 2-1 lead.
Full flag, it's David to throw
Incredibly,
first.
that's only his first ton plus finish of the day. To wrap up his Group A campaign, tops. Not to be, and so Davis will return to give us another last leg decider.
He's got to hit it.
11.
And because he doesn't, Group B might not be his after all.
So 2 12s for Tom Sykes
Game shot
to wrap up a 4-2 victory, and it means that Brian O'Man will join him in Group B on Thursday evening. For David Davis, it's going to be a campaign and the day session. 2 players who I think are now ready to put their feet up for a few hours, and who would blame them? Had a busy weekend representing their countries.
You require 68.
Group B is an improvement.
Game shot on the first leg, Brian Roman.
Care to elaborate?
We saw that, Brian. We saw that.
Second leg, it's Brian to throw first. Game on.
He just thinks differently. Or does he end on it? He can actually do both. He could win this leg with 6 balls in it.
151.
Oh, there goes that. It's only 4, but it's still amazing.
Well,
that was are you taking the insert here?
If I may say so, that's genius.
122. Brian, you require
well, that was a crazy leg. But it's been a brilliant performance of Brian O'Man, and he wraps it up on double 6, and he is going to comprehensively be in Group B tomorrow night. 16 points to his name. That's going to be enough. A hop and a skip and a jump. Brian O'Man is in one of them moves. He's playing some good darts. He's enjoying his darts. And, yeah, hi, Brian. We can see you. You caused us all sorts of mischief. And that is the tail of the tape